Good afternoon, children. Welcome again to our online session. Today we will start 3.1 Tartary. Poet Walter de la Mare. He was an English poet, short story writer, and novelist. He is probably best remembered for his work for children for his poem. In this poem, Tartary means an imaginary land. The poet paints a vivid picture of an imaginary kingdom, Tartary, and takes us on a journey as a lord of the mighty kingdom. (3.1) Tartary. Tartary means an imaginary land. (3.1) Tartary. If I were Lord of Tartary, myself and me alone, my bed should be of ivory, of beaten gold my throne, and in my court should peacocks flaunt, and in my forest tigers haunt, and in my pools great fishes land, their fins athwart the sun. If I were Lord of Tartary, trumpeters every day to every meal would summon me, and in my courtyard bray, and in the evening lamps would shine, yellow as honey, red as wine, while harp and flute and mandolin made music sweet and gay. If I were Lord of Tartary, I would wear a robe of beads, white and gold and green they would be, and clustered thick as seas. And ere should when the morning star, I would don my robe and scimitar, and zebra 7 should draw my car through Tartary's dark glades. Lord of the fruits of Tartary, her river silver pale, Lord of the hills of Tartary, glen thicket wood and dale, her flashing stars, her scented breeze, her trembling lake like foamless seas, her bud delighting citron trees in every purple vein. Walter de la Mare.
If I were Lord of Tartary, myself and me alone, my bed should be of ivory, of beaten gold my throne, and in my court should peacocks flaunt, and in my forest tigers haunt, and in my pools great fishes land their fins athwart the sun. If I were Lord of Tartary, trumpeters every day to every meal would summon me, and in my courtyard bray, and in the evening lamps would shine, yellow as honey, red as wine, while harp and flute and mandolin made music sweet and gay. If I were Lord of Tartary, I'd wear a robe of beads, white and gold and green they would be, in clustered thick at seats. And there should wane the morning star, I'd don my robe and scimitar, and zebra 7 should draw my car through Tartary's dark glade. Lord of the fruits of Tartary, her river silver pale, Lord of the hills of Tartary, glen thicket, woods and dale, her flashing stars, her scented breeze, her trembling lake like foamless seas, her bird delighting citron trees in every purple vale.
If I were Lord of Tartary, myself and me alone, my bed should be of ivory. Ivory means tusk teeth of an elephant, which is hard and creamy white in color. Of beaten gold my throne. Beaten gold means gold hammered into flat tin shape. My throne. Throne means chair for a king or queen. And in my court should peacocks flaunt. Flaunt means show off proudly. And in my forest tiger haunt, haunt meaning come frequently. And in my pools great fishes slant. Slant means at an angle which is not straight, move at an angle. Their fins outward the sun. Outward means across from side to side in the slanting directions. In the first stanza, the poet presents the picture of an imaginary kingdom, Tartary. He considered himself that the king of this empire. He says if he were the king of Tartary, he would be its sole king. There should be no one else to share this kingdom. The poet says that if he were the lord of imaginary kingdom called Tartary, he would be the sole ruler of this great land. He would sleep on bed made of ivory. Ivory means tusk's teeth of an elephant, which is hard and creamy white in color. And he will sit on a throne. Throne means a chair for a king or queen made up of gold. Then he further says that all types of birds and animals would visit his court. The peacock would proudly show off his beautiful form. The poet further says that his forest would be full of wild animals like tigers and lions. They would freely stroll means move around in the forest as its real owner. His kingdom would have pools full of different kinds of fish. They would swim. They would be very happy and free than any other object. The tiny fins of this fish would be outward. Outward means sloping towards the sunlight and would shine proudly and happily. If I were Lord of Tartary, trumpeters every day. Trumpeters means a person who play a drum. To every man would summon me. Summon means call me. In my courtyard, bray. Bray means make a loud harsh cry. And in the evening lamps would shine, yellow as honey, red as wine. Wild harp and flute and mandolin. Harp means a musical instrument with strings. Flute, musical instrument, and mandolin is a musical instrument with metal strings. Made music sweet and gay. Gay means very happy. In the second stanza, the poet further imagines himself as a king of Tartary and mentions his mealtime. He says that if he were the king of Tartary, trumpeters would call him to meals every day. This would become a ceremonial event. There would be great trumpeters that would bray. Bray meanings produce heavy and noisy sounds. Further, he says that in the evening there would be lamps of different kinds. The light emitted by these lamps would be as yellow as pure honey. Some of the lights would be as red as pure and bitter wine. And during his meal and in evening, the players would play upon harp, flute, mandolin. All these are musical instruments and many other musical devices. All these musical instruments would create sweet and beautiful music. If I were Lord of Tartary, I would wear a robe of beads. Robe means a loose garment reaching the ankles. White and gold and green they would be, and clustered thick as seed. Clustered means similar thing grouped together and placed closely. And air should wane the morning star. Air means it's a old English. It means before time. Wane means disappear. I would don my robe, my scimitar. Don means put on clothing. Scimitar means short sword with curved blade. And zebra 7 should draw my car through Tartary's dark glades. Glade means open space in a forest. In the third stanza, the poet says that if he were the king of Tartary, he would wear a robe, means a dress of pure pearls. The pearls would be of white and gold color. There would also be green beads among them. All these pearls would be grouped closely together like seeds. Further, the poet wishes that he would wear his dress and carry his scimitar, means a small sword, meaning before the waning of a morning star. This would mean that he would prepare himself very early in the morning. His carriage would be drawn by 7 zebras through the deep and dark glades, meaning shades and open space in the forest of Tartary. Lord of the fruits of Tartary, her river silver pale, Lord of the hills of Tartary, glen thicket wood and dale. Glen means a narrow valley, thicket dense forest of bushes, dale means a valley. A flashing stars her scented breeze. Flashing means shine with bright. And scented breeze means in the last stanza, the poet says that if he were the king of the Tartary, means imaginary kingdom, he would be the sole owner of its silvery pale rivers. Water of these rivers would be very clear and tasty. He would be the king of its fruits, of all types of fruits. Hills of the land of Tartary would belong to him. The gorgeous bushes, tall trees, and all the valleys would be under his command and control. He further says that he would enjoy all the natural objects, the bright stars shining in the sky, and the scented, meaning perfumed morning air would also please him. The trembling, means shivering lakes of Tartary would be like the foamless, means quiet and motionless ocean. There would be beautiful, juicy trees of different kinds of fruits. This would attract birds and would delight him as well as the birds in the beautiful red valleys. Red because of fruits and colorful flowers. Children, let us summarize the poem Tartary. Tartary means an imaginary land, written by poet Walter de la Mare. He takes us on a journey as the lord of the mighty kingdom. The poet says that if he were the lord of the imaginary kingdom called Tartary, he would be the sole ruler, means he would be the only ruler of this great land. He would sleep on bed made of ivory, sit on the throne made up of gold. All types of birds and animals would visit his court. The peacocks would proudly show off its beautiful form, and the well-built tigers would take a walk in the forest. The fishes would tilt and swim with fins shining in the pools. Further ahead, the poet says that as a lord of Tartary, he would be treated royally with trumpeters calling him for every meal, shining lamps displaying yellow and red colors. Musicians would entertain him by playing exotic musical instruments such as harp, flute, and mandolin. Harp means musical instrument with strings, and mandolin means musical instrument with metal strings. Further, the poet wishes to wear a robe. Robe means a loose garment reaching the ankles of beads and made up of white, gold, and green. Before the morning stars wane, he would wear his robe and with a sword in his hand go around the valley in a carriage drawn by the 7 zebras. As a lord of Tartary, he would own all the juicy fruits, the silver pale rivers, hills full of bushes and trees. In the night, he would enjoy the beauty of the shining stars and sweet fragrance of the breeze. The purple valley with the citron trees that delight the birds would add the beauty of the Tartary. Hope you like the poem. Thank you.